Hi there, and welcome to our Binance review. I am Jonas, co-founder and CEO of hoc-trade and Dr. Fee. We are developing the most innovative tool for behavioral trading analytics, a tool in which traders can identify their personal profit and loss-making patterns, such as the entry and exit timing, overtrading, and revenge trading. Today, we are going to have a close look at Binance, the largest crypto exchange for both spot and futures trading. And as trading fees are one of the most influential factors on trading performance, we have a detailed look at the Binance fee levels and compare it to other exchanges. After watching this video, you will exactly understand how the fees are charged to you based on your tier level, understand how to reach the different tier levels, and also know how the Binance fees compare to other exchanges. Lastly, you will know traders with which trading styles and volumes are well off at Binance and which traders pay considerably more at Binance compared to other exchanges. We prepared a detailed sweet spot analysis for Binance in order to derive all those information. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Binance applies a tiered fee structure both for spot and futures trading, meaning that the higher you rise in the tiers, the lower your maker and taker fees become. Therefore, it is desirable to rise in the tiers. So let's have a look what type of requirements you must fulfill to rise in them. Binance asks the users to fulfill two conditions in order to reach the next tier level, being the trading volume and the BNB holding. Other exchanges such as ByBit or KuCoin usually only require the user to fulfill one out of multiple requirements. However, Binance is more strict here and hence it is more difficult to reach the higher tier level. The trading volume requirement differs whether you're trading spot or futures. For spot trading, you will need $1 million in monthly volume, while for futures trading, you need $15 million volume in order to reach the second tier level requirement. Spot and futures volumes are looked at separately by Binance, meaning that if you, for example, have $500,000 spot volume and $14.5 million futures volume, you will not reach the new tier level requirement. What is great though is that in case you reach a new tier level, you will be granted both the lower spot and futures fees. For example, if you reach the second tier level through your futures trading volume and BNB holding, you will also enjoy the spot fees of the second tier, even though you did not fulfill the spot trading volume requirement. In general, the tier levels are quite tough to rise for Binance. Both the volume requirement and the BNB holding requirement are comparably hard to reach compared to other exchanges. For example, $50 million futures volume in order to reach the VIP 2 or the third out of 10 tier levels would already give you the highest tier level at crypto.com. Moreover, you would need another 100 BNB holding in order to reach VIP 2 level, which at today's price is roughly $33,000. We will make a detailed analysis of what that means for the fees you eventually pay as a user compared to other exchanges, but this will be later on in the video. By the way, if you're an active trader, you're probably aware that trading is a lot more about yourself, your emotions and behaviors than adding an additional indicator to your trading strategy. Unfortunately, not much data exists on this. This is why we are developing hoc-trade, a tool in which your trading is automatically analyzed and checked if certain profit, but also especially loss-making patterns exist. This can be revenge trading after a loss trade, cutting your profitable trades too early, or overtrading. To really improve your trading performance, we believe it is extremely important to know which behaviors usually lose you money in trading and work out your personal trading edge. Chances are high that when you're watching this video, we have already started the beta testing. If you're interested in getting a free and early access, just join our Discord server, which I'll add in the video description. Let's have a look at the fee levels at Binance next, because there are some special things Binance offers to their users. The spot fees start off with 0.1% both for maker and taker fees in the first tier level, or regular user as called by Binance. Many other exchanges offer a cheaper maker fee compared to taker fee already in the first tier level. Binance does not though. As we can see, the maker fees only become significantly cheaper compared to the taker fees at higher tier levels. The taker fees actually stay 0.1% until the fourth tier level, or VIP 3. Only if the user trades more than 100 million US dollar spot and has more than 500 BNB on the account, the taker fees decrease to 0.09% or 0.04% as seen here in this promotion. An attractive option to reduce your trading fees at Binance is to pay your fees with the BNB token, which will give you a 25% discount on your fees. This can become very significant as the amount of fees you pay as a user is actually very high, although the percentage numbers appear low. For example, as VIP2 with 10 million US dollar monthly spot volume, let's say you only trade as a taker, your monthly fees would be 10,000 US dollar or 120,000 US dollar per year. With a 25% discount, you would pay 30,000 US dollar less in fees. We actually did a dedicated video on the effect of trading fees on your trading performance because it's such an important topic, oftentimes underestimated by people. I'll link you the video up here and also put it down below in the description. All important links are actually shown in the description of this video. Although it is only a promotion, I think it is still worth noting that currently Binance does not charge any maker fees on trades with BUSD as pair and a few BTC pairs as well. For the BUSD pairs, this only applies to the maker fee though, not the taker fee. If you are unsure about what are maker and taker trades, how to execute them and why the exchanges actually charge them differently, I'll put you another video here and also down below in the description. It is one very important way of saving a lot on trading fees. Let's have a look at the futures fees next. Binance differentiates the fees for USD margin futures and coin margin futures, so usd-m and coin-m. For usd-m futures, Binance actively promotes again to trade the BUSD futures as it's their own stablecoin. BUSD futures can be traded for 0.012% and 0.03% maker-taker fees in the first tier level, while USDT futures are charged 0.02% and 0.04% for maker and taker. In the very high tier levels, the USDT fees can get as low as 0 and 0.017% maker-taker fees, while the BUSD futures already have the lowest fees starting from VIP 5, with minus 0.01% for maker and 0.023% for taker. A negative fee number here means that you are paid to trade. You can get a discount on your fees if you opt to use BNB to pay for your fees. However, the discount is only 10% in futures trading compared to the 25% we saw in spot trading. For coin margin futures, there is no discount given by Binance. However, especially the maker fees start off quite attractive. Already in the first tier level, the maker fees are at 0.01%, while the taker fees are at 0.05%. So the maker fees are more attractive for coin margin futures, while the taker fees are more attractive in the USD margin futures. Having understood the fee levels and the tier mechanisms, how do the fees compare against other exchanges though? Before looking at each dimension of spot and futures as well as maker and taker trades, let's first of all have an overall view based on an example. You can easily compare your fees within seconds at all major exchanges through a tool such as Dr. Fee. Going to Dr. Fee, we go to the manual analysis in which we type in our trading volume instead of connecting our account to the tool which would read our trading history fully automatically. Let's assume a trader in the second tier level of Binance with 2.5 million US dollar spot volume and 20 million US dollar futures volume. We assume the trader has 50% maker and 50% taker trades, has 50,000 US dollar on the account, and would be willing to hold 10% of the portfolio in the native exchange token, so BNB in case of Binance. We click next and get to the analysis result. For this specific trader, Binance wouldn't be the cheapest exchange to choose, but also not the most expensive one. At Binance, the trader would pay fees of $102,000 per year, while at Kraken, the very same trader would have only paid $66,000, so a saving of $36,000. At MEXC, on the other hand, the trader would have paid $127,000. Note that this output already includes discount which can be exclusively provided through Dr. Fee. This is only one example though of a specific trader with a personal trading style. How does Binance perform in the different dimensions of spot and futures trading for maker and taker fees though? Let's have a detailed analysis through our sweet spot charts. We start with the spot maker fees. In this chart you can see the fee levels here on the y-axis and the trading volume required on the x-axis. We plotted all large crypto exchanges and Binance here is the yellow light orange line. Binance starts off with 0.1% maker fees, which is in line with many other exchanges, maybe a bit on the lower end. As said earlier in this video, the next tier levels are quite hard to reach at Binance though, and this is what we are also seeing here with higher trading volumes. While many other exchanges quickly reduce their fees with higher volumes, Binance still has comparably higher fees even at larger volumes, making Binance one of the most expensive exchanges for spot maker trades at medium to high volumes. For spot taker trades, fees again start at 0.1% and similar as for maker trades, only start decreasing at pretty high volume levels. In taker trades, other exchanges start off with higher fees though, making Binance rather attractive at the low volume range and average to medium at the high volume range. How about futures trading though? For futures fees, we plotted both the KuCoin and usd-m fees of Binance, as they differ quite a bit. For futures maker fees, you already see why. The Binance KuCoin fees are among the lowest in the market for low volume traders at 0.01%, while the usd-m fees are rather at the high end of fees, being twice as high for low to medium volumes. Actually, the usd-m fees also stay very well above the market level, even for higher volumes. At 25 million monthly volume, the usd-m maker fees are at 0.016%. Sounds very little, but with the same volume, you would get maker fees of 0.004, being 1/4 of the Binance fees. With 25 million volume, you would pay $4,000 monthly in fees, or $48,000 per year at Binance. While at ByBit, you would only pay $1,000 monthly or $12,000 yearly. As you can see, the differences can be really significant. If you trade more with market orders, so as a taker trade, the usd-m fees are more attractive than the KuCoin fees at Binance though. And also in general, they are rather on the lower end in the market. The KuCoin fees start off at 0.05%, while the usd-m fees start off at 0.04%. Due to the difficult tier requirements at Binance, the fees are rather average at medium volumes of like 25 to 100 million US dollar monthly volume, but get more attractive again at higher volumes. For futures taker trades, Kraken is by far the cheapest exchange in the market though, for all traders above 1 million monthly trading volume. We did not consider the BNB holding required at Binance in this chart, not the KuCoin futures, and it does not contain the additional fee reduction by paying with BNB tokens. If you want to check your exact fees, also considering these factors, you can do so for your very own volume through Dr. Fee. So, who is well off at Binance in terms of trading fees? To summarize, Binance has some attractive fees at the low end of volumes, especially for taker trades in spot. For future trading, the KuCoin maker fees are attractive at low volumes, while the usd-m fees are attractive for taker trades. On the other hand, due to the difficult tier requirements at Binance, the fees usually become less attractive for medium volumes, so between 2 to 25 million spot or 20 to 100 million futures volume. You may end up paying up to 4 times as much in fees at Binance compared to other exchanges. Alright, time to wrap up. Don't forget to join our Discord server for your free access to our behavioral trading analytics platform. And if you think you got some valuable information from this video, we would highly appreciate if you leave us a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on. We will continue to develop content for traders. By the way, we have already made many more reviews for other crypto exchanges. If you're interested, check out our channel page. Thanks for watching and happy trading. Bye-bye.
Please be aware that we at Dr. Fee are no financial advisor. This video is for entertainment purpose only.